Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how you can quickly edit these templates, the header templates, with your own details like your own text, your own images, how you can quickly modify them for your own websites using Adobe Photoshop. So Adobe Photoshop, if you're not an advanced user, it can be a little complicated. It does have a learning curve. So I can't really explain everything about Photoshop in this short video, but I will give you all of the quick details that you need to know to quickly modify the templates yourself. Okay, so you can change the text to your own website text, and you can change all of the colors and maybe move things around and also add your own images to the header. Okay, this will give you the basics of how you can get started using these headers for your own websites. Okay, so this is one of the headers here, and if you notice, if you look at all of them, that in most of the headers I left some space on the side here, some empty space, and this space is usually for your own image, your own photo, so you can add any kind of image here that you want. So you can use this header for any niche, any market. And I'll show you how to add your own images in just a minute. First thing is let's edit some of this text here. Okay, everything that you see in the header, all of this text, it could all be modified, it could all be moved around. All of this stuff comes in its own layer, and you can edit all of these things to your liking. Okay, so you can move all of these things around. If you want to add your own text, if you want to change this to say something that you want to say, like your website name, your product name, you can go to the layers palette here on the side, just double click on the layer that you want to edit. Okay, you can see it gets highlighted on the template, and then just type whatever you want on the keyboard. Okay, so your text, your product, whatever you want. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. Once you're done typing, just click on something here like the move button, and this will be, now with this button here you can now move the text to wherever you want. If you want to resize the text, you can quickly go to edit, free transform, and then you can resize it to whatever size you want it to be. Okay, so you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. Let's just make it this size here. Okay, if you want to change the color of the text, again you can double click on it in the layers palette. It will highlight it. Then go to this color box over here and just choose whatever color you want to use on the text. Okay, so let's choose this color here. And you can do this for all of the text layers. So you can do it on this text layer, on this one. All of these things can be modified and moved around. Of course, you can also change the font of the text, and again, just double click on the text layer. It will make it highlighted. Then go on the side here to the font menu and just scroll down the fonts. These are all of the fonts that are loaded into your system. Okay, so once you open up Photoshop, it will automatically open all of the fonts that are loaded into your system, and then you can choose any font that you already have. So let's just choose this one here, and as you can see, the font gets edited. Okay, so that's pretty much how you modify the text. There's a few more things that you can do, and let me just show you this here. If you want to further edit the text, if you want to make the spacing of the letters bigger or smaller, If you want to make it all capitals, underline the text. You can do that in the text box, which shows up if you go to if you click on the text tool and then click here. This will open up the text box with all of the different options. Okay, and if you want to change the text again, just double click it. And this little dialog here will change the spacing of the text in between the letters. Okay, so if you want to have more space in between the letters, choose one of these options. If you want to have less space, choose the -1. If you want to make your text a little taller, you can adjust the percentage here, and if you want to make it thicker, you can adjust the percentage over here. Also, if you have more than one line of text, so for example, you see if you have 2 lines of text, sometimes it overlaps and just looks weird, and you can change that by adjusting this little number here, and this pretty much just increases or decreases the spacing between each line of text. Okay, so you can type in whatever you want, or you can simply put it on auto and it will automatically select the spacing for you. Okay, so let's just put 50 here. Okay, you can also make the text all capitals with just the click of a button. Make it italics, bold. You can underline it, and you can also adjust how smooth or rough the text looks with this option here. You can also change the fonts, of course, and all of the little options here like italics, bolded text, and things like that. Okay, so this box here gives you a lot of options on how to tweak your text to make it look just the way you want it to look. You don't have to use this, but it does give you the flexibility to play around with it even more. Okay, so let me just go back to the original state of the header. And in case you need to make some changes or you don't like the change you made, you can always use the history panel. Okay, so this is when we opened the header, this is the state that it was in, and this is after we made all of the additions to the text. Okay, so you can go back in the history panel to any state that you liked. If you don't like the changes you made to the header, you can always go back and undo the changes that you made. Okay, so that's how you play around with the text. Now let's add an image to this header. Okay, first of all, the website that I use to get images is iStock Photo. Okay, this is a stock photography website where you can get a lot of professional images starting at just $1 per image. Okay, so you can go to iStockPhoto.com and just sign up for a membership, buy some credits, and then start searching for the images. So you can put anything you want, like person smiling, for example, and this will give you thousands of images that you can choose from. And you can put anything you want, whatever niche you're in, like guitars or dog training. You can just type that in and it will show up with a lot of results. Okay, so just browse around, choose an image that you like, then download it with the size that you want. You can, for web images, you can just use extra small, so just the first one, or if you have like a print project, you can use one of the larger ones. But I basically use just a small one.